Hi, Jan. Good
Hi,
to see you.
thank you.
We've been working together in the Janky Foundation for many years now, and you have a background in psychology and therapy and publishing in health and social care. And I'm a psychiatrist and I've had a long-standing interest in spirituality and health. So I think we'd thought about writing this book for a while, but when COVID hit and lockdown happened, we knew we really had an opportunity to put our minds and hearts into this piece of work. So
Mm,
Stillness in the Storm grew
yeah,
and was born.
and we were very aware of what a massive storm it was that rolled across the world with COVID, and also some really awful climate change catastrophes that had been going on as well, and a lot of uncertainty and confusion, a lot of suffering for individuals and communities. Not just physical, but emotional suffering and spiritual suffering. So we decided really that it was the right time to begin to develop this guide.
Yeah, and I think we went through several iterations wondering, was it for anxiety or depression or different things? But we could see that fear and uncertainty were
Mm.
the prevailing emotions at the time. And so we really focused on that. And we wanted to develop this self-help guide, although we really felt it was more a self-discovery guide,
Mm.
which would help people really tune into the resources they have inside to develop that inner resilience. We all have capacities, but we often forget they're there and we don't remember to use them at the time when we're distressed. So it was really to help us weather that storm from the inside and know what skills and tools and qualities and capacities that we had within us that would help us in these challenging times.
So the book's really based on the practice of 7 tools that we pulled together from a wide range of approaches, not just one model, but drawing on some ideas from positive psychology, from mindfulness, from self compassion, from spirituality, and other frameworks that we felt would be useful to crystallize these tools that would help us to access the calming part of our nervous system, but to go much beyond that in terms of this inner core of stillness. So 7 tools, Sarah. You're going to kick us off with the first one.
Yes, well, I think we called them spiritual tools in the book because we
Mm,
sense that they really involve psychological, emotional, mental aspects of ourselves, but also include something deeper or something bigger, something that transcends those faculties. And we really wanted to think about that deep spiritual core that we all possess and how do we access that and use that to really support us in times of stress and difficulty.
mm,
So not just supporting ourselves, but also the stronger we are inside, then the more we can be of help to others.
yeah.
And the first step we felt was creating this sense of inner safety, and how often when things are really difficult outside, if we have a place inside that we know we can go to, that we can travel to, that feels soothing and comforting, and we know how to calm ourselves down when we're feeling anxious, this is really the first practice that will set us on that inner
Yeah.
journey.
Yeah. And the second tool was around being present, coming fully into the present moment through the practice of mindfulness. Really can take us away from those fearful thoughts about what might happen, what could happen, and it gives us some sense of control when things all around us are chaotic. Most importantly, it really enables us to come to terms with how things are in this moment, because we're all aware at the moment that things are changing all the time, and we're given different messages, and um, the lockdowns on and off all across the world. So being present is a really important tool that we can use.
And then we followed that with um, being kind to myself, loving myself. And as you know, I'm a mindful self compassion teacher as well. And what I've really learned through those practices is that we all have this capacity for kindness, for love, for compassion, which we can give to others, but we often don't realize that that power is there that we can also give to ourselves, soothe and support ourselves when times are difficult. So these are really good practices
Mm,
to also develop and learn to use
mm.
to help support myself.
The fourth tool, again, an important one, is learning how to stand back from the drama of life and witness our own thoughts and actions. It really helps to put very difficult, demanding events into perspective, and it frees us to respond a bit more resourcefully rather than from a place of fear and panic. So, standing back, and we called it stepping back and accepting.
Yes, they're really powerful things to be able to do, aren't they? Just take a little bit
Yeah.
of distance when things are getting very hectic, chaotic, or dramatic. And then we followed that with this idea of empowering myself. You know, often in situations we feel that things are out of our control or there's nothing I can do, and we can end up feeling like a victim to circumstance. But in fact, there are lots of capacities and powers that I do have that I can use to really free myself from this sense of powerlessness, the capacity to forgive, to hope, to be grateful for what I do have, and also to set boundaries and know what I need to do to protect myself and preserve my own energy. So, this is a very nice section
Mm.
exploring those ideas.
Then the next tool we called connecting, and it was really a tool to encourage us to connect deep within ourselves, but also maybe to something bigger than ourselves, because through that quality of connection, we could discover a sense of wholeness, a sense of peace, but also accessing internal resources and external resources that we could draw on in difficult times.
And that led very nicely into the next section, which was discovering inner peace and wholeness. So, this is really about drilling down into what is my spiritual identity? Who am I really underneath all the roles and
Mm,
uh, things that I do in my daily life? To really sense that at my core, I am a peaceful being, and that this quality of peace can pervade all that I do. So, we use this chapter to really drill down into the practice of meditation and how meditation takes us into that inner peace. And just practicing any of these tools, even for just a couple of minutes a day, we really recommend to have quite a profound effect on that inner landscape and those feelings that you can generate when you touch that part of yourself which is eternal and peaceful.
mm. And I think the message is that even practicing any of these tools for just a minute or two can really help us to recover a sense of calm, and as an ongoing practice, and this is where the eighth chapter of the book pulls all these threads together, as an ongoing quality, if you like, that growing sense of resilience that we might have to face whatever comes our way. Um, so there you have it, the 7 spiritual tools.
And Jan, then we also each chapter has got different aspects to it. There are, of course, the 20 audio tracks which go with the book, several in each chapter, to really guide people through a visualization, a meditation of the different ideas and concepts and
Mm.
experiences that we're talking about. But what else does each chapter contain?
Well, we've tried to distill some brief information about each tool, and we've illustrated that with the experiences of a very broad range of individuals who've had and their own kinds of struggles, some with COVID-19, some with other kinds of difficulties, and how they've used that tool and how it's helped them. So the illustrations help, if you like, to bring it alive for the reader. We've then given some simple practices that the reader can uh, try out. Some they may resonate with and more than others, but there's a good range of practices that will put that particular tool into operation. There are some rescue remedies for when you're really on the spot and maybe facing something in the moment that causes you to feel very fearful or angry, or just to recover quickly that sense of calm, and some positive affirmations to take through the day, and just bringing you back to that sense of stillness in the storm.
Lovely. So lots of goodies in each session to help support people as they're going through these challenges. And really, we felt it was for anyone. This book is for anyone
Mm.
struggling with difficulties at any level, just to enhance your well-being and to help you face the challenges that you do in your daily life. And so we really hope this book is going to be of service to individuals and communities across the globe, particularly in these challenging times, we could say interesting times. And so we really have enjoyed writing the book. It's got a
Mm.
lot of our own experiences in there, the wealth of knowledge that we've built up. And we're very happy to share it with you. And we hope that it's of use and benefit and that you enjoy it. And we'd be very interested to get your feedback.
And
Thank you.
just to say that it's published by the Janki Foundation for Spirituality and Healthcare, and it's available as an ebook and also as a paperback with the audio recordings alongside. So thank you very much for listening, and I hope you will find it of benefit.
Thank you.